My body is my body, and I have the right to do whatever I need to for that.
Who? Who's a predator?
Who's a predator?
Is there someone behind me? Okay. Is there someone behind me?
No. She either pointed at me or you, and she doesn't even know me. I don't know
her either. I don't think you're a predator. Continue.
I'm sorry.
Not
predators. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry that you got interrupted with that. Is she with?
Maybe.
Is she with that group?
Well, she's standing there, so I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's okay.
Maybe she wasn't talking to us.
This is a prime example of, yeah, you're going to experience different things here, and there's going to be people saying random things, but at the end of the day, you make your own joy.
Yeah,
you do.
True.
DeSantis, back to him. I don't feel like, as a woman, you could vote for him, because all I can think of is, okay, this is very personal, but I'm going to share. We have our kids, I have a lot of health issues, and I've already been told that if I ever got pregnant again, we would have to choose between my life or my baby's. If the way DeSantis wants our abortion laws to be, where you cannot do it at all, it would mean that automatically if I ever got pregnant by my husband, accidentally somehow, we would automatically have to choose that I'm going to die once that baby is born. I won't make it through labor.
Do you mind sharing why?
This is just a stupid argument that she just made. There's a variety of contraceptives that you have available to yourself, and for you to say, well, if I have a baby, even if it's with my husband, I'll just die. Not necessarily. You have a variety of forms of contraceptives to use. They just want to be okay with being able to end the lives of the babies that they don't want to take accountability for. That's all it is.
I have different autoimmune disorders, different diagnoses. My biological parents locked me in a closet from birth until almost 3 years old.
I'm so sorry.
I weighed just over 10 pounds. I barely survived. I'm a motivational speaker for child abuse awareness, so I've told the story a lot. That's why composure.
Yes.
But it's because of all of these health issues, each time I got pregnant, my body just broke down more and more and more, and I was struggling with, if I get too hot, my legs give out and I can't even walk.
Okay.
Like just all these different things. And they told me pregnancy makes it so much worse for you. Your body doesn't handle the influx of hormones, all the different things. So at this point, if I ever did, we'd have to choose me or a baby.
I understand.
And DeSantis doesn't want me to be allowed to make that choice for myself. His logic is we have to have every baby because there's a better option than abortion. There's foster care. Okay, I was a foster.
I'm baffled at how these people do this. Either she's conscious of what she's saying or she's not conscious of what she's saying, but a lot of people say this. He's not forcing you to have kids, or the people who agree with pro-life are not forcing you to have kids. You can either be abstinent. In your case, seeing as you have a husband, you can use contraceptives. So this idea that they're forcing you to do something you don't want to do is just stupid.
Foster kid. I went through many homes and I was abused and treated terribly by plenty of foster parents. That's not a guarantee for a great home for a kid. And you're not factoring in the pain and the emotional distress you're putting that mom through by forcing her to carry a baby and give that baby away, because she already knew when she got pregnant that she couldn't do it. She had the right to choose that before making it that far.
Not to invalidate anything you're saying.
No, you're good.
Ron DeSantis' bill is at 6 weeks.
Yes.
So what week do you think the ban should be at?
The struggle for me with 6 weeks is my first son, when I conceived him, we didn't know until I was 7 weeks pregnant. My second we knew at like 3 or 4 weeks, so we would have potentially known in time. But I feel like by making this ban so early, early in pregnancies, most women don't even know they're pregnant yet.
So when do you...
And this is the problem with society in the West nowadays. No one wants to take accountability for their actions. He believes if this bill goes forward, people are not going to know certain things. But from what I see in a bill such as the one that Ron DeSantis has proposed, although I don't know the intricacies of that bill, if such a bill is proposed, what it's going to do is going to make people become more careful with who they sleep with. It's going to make people become more careful. They're going to become more accountable. They're not just going to be sleeping around with people willy-nilly. They're going to be taking more precautions as to who they sleep with if this bill is proposed. That's the thing that she's not realizing.
Do you think it should be? What week?
think that it's tough. At the end of the day, it's not fair for any of us to put a number on someone else's experience. Because what if you get pregnant and you find out that your child is going to have a severe deficit and they're never going to be able to see or move or function?
So
my husband
leading that all out, because those are hypotheticals and those are very, very, very rare things that happen.
I think it's less rare than people think, honestly, but yes.
So do you have a week, or do you think it should be up until birth?
I think that the mom needs to be able to decide. And I know that's a cop-out to say that, but
should she legally be able to decide a day before birth?
Yeah.
Can you just...
That's all you need to know. She already had her answer, and it was just excuse after excuse after excuse, giving the exception to the rule, giving another exception to the rule. She already had her answer, and she gave it eventually.
Describe that type of abortion that would happen to me the day before birth?
It's an extremely painful abortion. I mean,
do you know the steps and how many days what happens? And
it depends on each person, because it's also whether or not your body can do it via medication, or if you have to go in and get a surgical D&C. There's so many different steps.
So the day before birth, they would kill the child inside, and then they would send the woman's body into labor.
Yep.
So she would birth the baby anyway.
Yes.
Wouldn't it make more sense for her to birth the baby alive at that point? Yes. She has to go through birth, but you think legally she should be allowed to birth a dead baby that she chose to kill?
She should. Okay. I don't think she should do that.
Legally, do you think legally she should be allowed?
Legally, she should have the right to her own body. That's like me telling you, I'm going to put a tattoo on your body whether you like it or not, right?
I don't think it's...
That has to be the worst comparison you could ever bring up. That's like me putting a tattoo in your body, another person putting a tattoo in another person's body. No, you willingly let someone enter you, and as a result of you willingly allowing someone to enter you, that was the result. That is such a bad comparison. It's unbelievable that she even tried to use that as a comparison.
Tattoo is the equivalent to a baby.
You're
being
starting
born.
to make me feel like this lady over here was calling you the predator now at this point, honestly.
Well, I would never advocate for legally allowing a woman to birth a dead baby that she killed.
I don't want anyone to do that, ever. I don't want anyone to feel
Why not?
Really do.
Why don't you want women to commit an abortion?
Every person's situation is different. You're saying that it's rare. You think all these different situations are very rare and extraordinary. They're not.
Yeah.
They're not.
97% of abortions happen for elective reasons, not because of medical reasons, not because of deformities. That's about like 1% of the abortions done in the entire country, and that statistics come from the Guttmacher Institute, which is the research arm of Planned Parenthood. I just have an issue with you've given birth, I've given birth, I'm about to again.
I prefer
and I wonder
into this world, don't get me wrong, I do.
Great.
I don't want babies to somehow all of a sudden have this problem, but you also need to realize, is it fair to tell a woman who maybe she was assaulted and she got pregnant, right? She decides, I'm gonna have this baby because that's the right thing to do. Yes. And then she starts trying to carry this baby and it gets too emotional for her and she says, I can't do it.
It is absolutely fair to say you cannot terminate that life inside of you at any point. Yes, I do believe that. I am pro-life. I am carrying a child inside of me. It's not my body. This baby has a different body than mine. And I know what I did to conceive this child.
I do too.
So they were welcome here.
I just want to take a minute. I'm sorry. And I want to let you know, I do not consent to having any of this put on any level of social media or anywhere.
It doesn't matter. You're in a public place. You're in a public setting. You can say that you do not consent anymore. You're in public, so they're allowed to record you. Sorry, that's just the law.
I'm done.
Why not?
This is okay. If I answer that, you're just wanting me to put it on there, and I don't want to.
Why isn't this okay?
Because that lady was right. You're over here just trying to be a predator to people. You're over here trying to ask us
Because I have a
questions.
different opinion than you.
You're asking us questions, and then if we don't say the same thing, you're like, I disagree.
It's
That's
okay for
not
me to
okay.
disagree, isn't
And
it?
you can disagree, but it doesn't mean that you switch around how people are saying things. I think every woman has the right to choose whether or not she
You
has a baby.
told me, and you told the camera, that you think it's okay the day before birth for a woman to inject a solution into her child to stop
But
its
that's not
heart.
what I said. You're
and then
saying that.
You said it's okay to do that.
You're saying
We
that.
will re-roll the tape and say that you said it was okay for her to have the choice to do that.
I think that the mom needs to be able to decide. And I know that's a cop-out to say that, but
But should she legally be able to decide a day before birth?
yeah.
You don't want it to happen.
To you putting any of my face or my information anywhere,
I understand.
ever.
I understand that you don't want that to happen.
No, I
Doesn't
don't
matter.
consent.
That's okay for you to not consent.
Then don't put my stuff anywhere.
I understand you don't want me to do that.
Don't do it.
I understand you don't want me to do it.
Is this why you record for stupid shit like this?
Have a nice day, man.
And as usual, the side of love results to being violent. It's a normal occurrence for these people. The blue hair, purple hair, green hair, rainbow hair feminists always result to violence in the end. They don't care about your opinion. They say everyone could have different opinions, but they don't really care about your opinion. Because when you do have a different opinion to them, this is what they do.
You guys are disgusting.
I don't think it's disgusting to want children to not be killed the day before their due date and be delivered dead. That's what's disgusting. So because I have a different opinion than her, I was called a predator and I was told that I'm disgusting, and now she's going up to the cops, I guess. I don't know what's happening, but she's not
does she
okay.
expect the
She's
police
probably
to
not
do?
okay for that opinion to be out to a conservative audience who would not agree with that, because who would agree with that? Opinions?
Abortion is wrong.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
We actually stumbled across this.
Jesus is Lord.
Yeah, that was a very interesting video. It's the normal occurrence with the liberals. Well, a majority of them, before people start saying, not all the liberals are like that. And then she went to the police as if the police are going to tell her, hey, you can't record people without their consent in a public space, when she's allowed to do that, whether you consented or not. But anyway, that was another video, another reaction. As I usually say, if you guys enjoyed the video, like the video as much as possible, comment down below, subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow me on Instagram and Twitter at YinkaThatGuy, and I am out.